The late 16th century in England was a time of great change and excitement. Queen Elizabeth I's reign ushered in a golden age of art and literature. Theatres were springing up in London. People flocked to see new plays. This was the backdrop for a group of young writers we now call the University Wits. These men were all educated at Oxford or Cambridge, hence their name. They were ambitious, talented, and eager to make their mark on the world. They turned to playwriting, a profession that was just becoming respected. Before them, plays were often seen as simple entertainment. The University Wits elevated them to an art form. Their plays were different. They drew inspiration from classical literature, like the works of ancient Greece and Rome. They explored complex themes of ambition, love, revenge, and the human condition. Their characters were not just heroes and villains, they were deeply flawed and utterly human. The University Wits were crucial in establishing playwriting as a serious profession. At the time, acting troupes were becoming more established. Playwrights could now earn a living by writing for these companies. This was a big change from the past, where playwriting was more of a hobby. The Wits plays were popular. They were performed in the new theatres popping up across London, like the famous Globe Theatre. Audiences loved their exciting plots and witty dialogue. They also appreciated the way the plays made them think about big questions. This new wave of playwriting created a demand for more plays, more theatres, and more actors. It was a positive cycle, with talented individuals feeding off each other's creativity. The Wits' influence extended beyond their own writing. They established a model for future playwrights to follow. Two of the most famous University Wits were Christopher Marlowe and Thomas Kyd. Marlowe, a brilliant but troubled soul, is best known for his plays Dr. Faustus and Tamburlaine the Great. His characters were ambitious and driven, often to their doom, exploring themes of power and the dangers of knowledge. Kyd, a master of the revenge tragedy, is most famous for The Spanish Tragedy, a play filled with murder, madness, and ghostly apparitions. It was a sensation in its day and had a huge influence on later playwrights. Both Marlowe and Kyd used language in a new way, crafting powerful and poetic verse that brought their characters to life. They experimented with dramatic structure, creating plays that were both engaging and thought-provoking. Their work pushed the boundaries of what was possible in theatre. It's impossible to talk about the University Wits without mentioning the most famous playwright of them all, William Shakespeare. While not technically a University Wit himself, Shakespeare was hugely influenced by their work. He arrived in London just as the Wits were making their mark. He learned from their plays, adopted their techniques, and even collaborated with some of them. The influence of Marlowe's powerful verse and Kyd's mastery of plot can be seen in Shakespeare's early plays. The University Wits laid the groundwork for Shakespeare's genius. They created a vibrant theatrical landscape and developed a sophisticated form of drama that Shakespeare would perfect. Their legacy lives on not only in their own remarkable plays, but also in the countless works they inspired, including those of the greatest playwright in the English language.